Hello and welcome to Norwood News. Today is Friday, April 8th, and I'm your host, Kristen McDonald. It is great to have you with us as we end another week here in Norwood. On Monday, residents took to the polls for Norwood's annual town election. There were only two contested races for vacancies on the Board of Selectmen and the School Committee. Following election results, Amanda Groh and Bob Donnelly are the town's newest members of the Board of Selectmen and attended their first meeting on Tuesday evening. The Board of Selectmen reorganized Tuesday evening and selected Bill Plasko as chairman. At Wednesday evening's school committee meeting, the group reinstated incumbent member Joan Giblin following her successful election Monday evening, and welcomed new member Kate Sibbing Dunn. In June, the school committee will reorganize and select the chair and vice chair. Additional election results include an outstanding yes vote to build a new middle school, Jerry Slater as the town moderator, Carolyn Riccardi as a member of the Board of Health, Maya Bodenhofer, Ann Haley, and Alan Slater as Finance Commission members, Sherry McLeish and Donna Montgomery as library trustees, Brian Hatchie as a member of the planning board, James Perry as the town constable, and the town selected several new and returning town meeting members. If you are a Norwood homeowner over 60 years old, Town Hall is offering options for you to lower your property taxes. Seniors in the Tax Work-Off Program and veterans in the Veterans Tax Work-Off Programs can apply to volunteer in a town department for a discounted property tax rate. This opportunity is only available to Norwood residents who qualify. If you are interested in applying, please contact the Norwood Human Resources Department. Information regarding both programs can be found on the town website at www.norwoodmass.gov. Select the link for volunteer opportunities under the Human Resources Department or call 781-762-1240, extension 6073. Stay tuned after this break for the latest moral moment.
You're watching Norwood News only on Norwood Community Media.
Welcome back. Spring has sprung down at the library. For the latest on all the exciting spring programs, here's Library Director Clayton Cheever with this month's Moral Moment.
Greetings from the Morrow Memorial Library, Norwood's public library for everyone. I'm Clayton Cheever, your Library Director. I'd like to tell you about a few things that are happening here at the library this April. If you recently moved to Norwood and would like to learn more about our great town, I hope you'll join us at the library for Norwood 101 on Monday evening, April 11th from 6 to 8. We'll have representatives from nearly every town department as well as many local community organizations to talk with you about how we are serving your needs and learn how we can do an even better job. This is a great annual event. It was paused during the pandemic for a couple of years. I am really looking forward to it. On Thursday evening, April 28th, we have another program with a very local flavor. I hope you'll join us at 7 p.m. for the first installment of this year's Norwood 150 lecture series when Brian Murphy and Mike Chisholm will present Bells and Whistles, Norwood's fire and police history. Registration is required for this program, and you can easily register from our website at norwoodlibrary.org or give us a call at 781-769-0200, extension 2. Anytime the library is open, we'll be happy to help you get registered. We're open Monday through Thursday from 9 in the morning till 9 at night, Friday from 10 to 5, Saturday from 9 to 5, and Sunday from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. Now, usually, when I tell you about library programs, I like to tell you about a program or two for adults and one or two for kids. We always have lots going on, and April is no exception. This month, I want to tell you about a program for teens that's happening on Friday afternoon, April 22nd, starting at 3. Teens interested in tarot should register today for our Teen Tarot Workshop with Marissa Montiero. She'll talk about the history of tarot, show examples of different decks, and then give folks a chance to try their own interpretive readings. It's sure to be a lot of fun. Now, concert season is nearly upon us. A great way to get excited for it is to watch some great recordings of musical performances on Cello, spelled Qello, now available through the Libby app. From the home page in the app, simply scroll down to the Extras section and you'll find cello concerts. Follow the link to get a 7-day unlimited watching pass, and you can immediately start watching everything from an exclusive recording of the Red Hot Chili Peppers performing at Bonnaroo in 2012, the Foo Fighters live at Glastonbury in 2017, to an orchestra and band joining Hans Zimmer live in Prague for an incredible performance of some of his immersive soundscapes in 2016. Cello has a lot of different styles of music. You really should just go and check it out today. April is National Poetry Month, so I have here a novel in verse by Reem Faruqi called Golden Girl. It tells the story of a 12-year-old girl who struggles with kleptomania. When her dad's falsely accused of a crime, her family's life is turned upside down and she schemes to make things right. I also brought along a beautiful collaborative book for younger readers called Woke, A Young Poet's Guide to Justice by Mahogany L. Brown, Elizabeth Acevedo, and Olivia Gatwood, richly illustrated by Theodore Taylor III. This book is so fun. You have to check out Orchard of We, followed by Blown Out Stars Whisper About Justice, and then Amari Explains a Frown to Her Little Brother. There's also a lot more. You gotta check it out. I've also brought along a book of poetry for older readers written by Louise Erdrich called Original Fire. It contains some gems from past collections of her poetry as well as some new poems. Together, they reveal that poetry emerges from what we fear most and that memory is endurance. Final book I want to share with you today is Having and Being Had by Eula Biss. The author realized that she could divide her life into two distinct parts: the time before she owned a washing machine and the time after. From this realization, she jumps into an interrogation of work, leisure, and capitalism, and what exactly we are a part of in our modern economy. There's one other thing I want to slip in before I go. April is National Gardening Month. We have a whole lot of things that can help you with your gardening. Today, I've brought this handy soil sieve, which can really help sift compost and other new soils, as well as help remind you to check out the rest of our library of things and get inspired. This has been a Morrow Moment. From everyone here at the library, I wish you and yours a safe and happy April.
Thanks, Clayton. To register for events at the library, visit the library website. And now we're going to toss it over to Dory Theos for the latest in school news.
Hi guys, I'm Dory Theos, and let's take a look at some activities happening in our Norwood schools this week. In Norwood High School news, the fine arts programs are having a great year. Last weekend was the annual MICA Festival. MICA is the Massachusetts Instrumental and Choral Conductors Association. Musicians from CMS and NHS in concert band, orchestra, Coakley Honors Chorus, concert chorale and madrigals performed and worked with clinicians who are experts in their specific field of music. MICA awards given that weekend are concert band, bronze medal, orchestra, silver medal, CMS Honor Chorus, silver medal, concert chorale, silver medal, madrigals, gold medal. Gold medal winners get the fantastic opportunity to perform at the Mechanics Hall in Worcester, Mass. on April 8th, and the madrigals will sing at 11:15 a.m. The cast and crew of She Kills Monsters did very well last weekend at Massachusetts Educational Theater Guild Regional Festival. The following 11 members of cast and crew were named as the All-Star Company for makeup design, projection design, prop design, costume design, and acting. Sarah McCary, Olivia Lee Savage, Sheridan Wynn, Abigail Warner, Ado Okoiche, Jack Igo, Bridget Stenstrom, Nicole Martino, Erin Banks, Lindsay Collins, Willow Ogle. In Coakley Middle School news, we have a few more videos from Ms. Serrati's class and their project Lead the Way projects. PLTW provides curriculum and training to teachers and administrators to implement curriculum that is project-based.
This is our microwave, so when you press button A,
the styrofoam spins. It's a bit wobbly. I don't know why. And then when you press button B, it stops it. And there's also a speaker that beeps, but you can't really hear it. And then there's these buttons. So yeah.
Students at the Balch School have voted and the results are in for their 2022 Read Across America Read Aloud book titles. Here are the winners and the ultimate winner. Say Something by Pina Reynolds. Speak Up by Miranda Paul. Hula Hoopin' Queen by Thelma Lynn Godden. Evelyn Del Rey is Moving Away by Meg Medina. I Am Enough by Grace Byers. A Place Inside of Me by Zetta Elliott. We Are Water Protectors by Carol Lindstrom. Kamala and Myra's Big Idea by Mina Harris. The two finalists were Hula Hoopin' Queen by Thelma Lynn Godden and Kama and Maya's Big Idea by Mina Harris. The ultimate winner was Hula Hoopin' Queen by Thelma Lynn Godden, with only a difference of 13 votes. Balch librarian Christine Duffy said it was great to share these titles and a joy to see students checking them out. She would like to thank everyone at Balch who helped support students this year in Read Across America endeavor. At the Cleveland School, first graders wrapped up their study of elections and visited polling booths at the town election day Monday. Student voters had to check in with their ballots before choosing between two types of candy. During Inclusion Week, students celebrated diversity and uniqueness. Everyone signed the Inclusion Pledge, part of a global initiative spearheaded by the Special Olympics, and wore red for respect. The school-wide cardboard challenge is all about creating, planning, designing, and building. The result, an amazing panoply of games, structures, and robots at the Cleveland School. The Prescott School wrapped up their month-long Read Across America challenge. Librarian Mrs. Miller supplied students with bingo boards to challenge them to read a variety of books, like graphic novels, informational texts, and biographies. As students completed their bingo boards, they filled out a ticket that was displayed on a bulletin board in the library. When students filled out their whole bingo board, they earned a blackout ticket with a chance to win prizes. At the end of the month, the grades were tallied up, and the first grade read the most books at 153, while third grade was a close second at 142 books read. During the month of March, students and staff participated in a number of fun reading activities that included teachers swapping classes and reading to other grades and students in Miss Vico's 5th grade class, coming into first grade and reading their own version of Dr. Seuss's rhyming books. It was an amazing month of engaging reading activities for both students and staff. April 2nd marked World Autism Awareness Day and the beginning of Neurodiversity Awareness Month, and the students and teachers at the Little Mustangs Preschool Academy are celebrating both events. They are an integrated preschool program and recognize and celebrate all of our students for who they are and each student's unique abilities. They all wore blue or red, read stories, and created art projects. They talked about how everyone learns in their own unique way and how that should be celebrated. Well, that's it for school news. There's something interesting happening in our classrooms and schools every day, and thanks to all the educators who share their news with us. Now let's go to Brian Boudreau for the latest in sports news.
Hello and welcome to the sports update for this week. I'm Brian Boudreau, filling in for Mike Maloof. Boys lacrosse has teamed up with Dedham, and the two have become Deadwood. On Monday, Deadwood beat Bellingham 8-3 and lost 15-6 to Dover Sherborne on Wednesday. Girls lacrosse also played Bellingham on Tuesday and defeated the Blackhawks 14-3. Boys tennis lost 5-0 against the Ashland Clockers on Tuesday. Boys volleyball had a home match on Wednesday against Medfield and lost 3-0. It was victories all around for the Mustangs on Thursday. Baseball won their season opener 5-0 against Ashland thanks to a complete game shutout by Jonathan Demaray. The offense was led by George Tolman, who went 3 for 3 and scored 3 runs. Softball won 7-1 against Ashland with a complete game pitched by Caitlin Flynn, and girls tennis won 3-1 against Millis. Be sure to tune in Monday afternoon at 3:45 for NCM live sports coverage of the girls softball game against Westwood. Also on Monday, NCM will also be recording the varsity baseball game against Westwood. That's all for sports. Kristen, back to you.
Thanks, Brian. History was made at Tuesday night's selectmen meeting. For the first time in 150 years, 2 women are serving on the board, Helen Abdallah Donahue and newly elected Amanda Groh. Groh was elected to the board earlier this week with former FinCon member Bob Donnelly.
Mr. Chair, could it please be noted that history is being made tonight? Our town is 150 years old, and this is the first time in 150 years that we have 2 females sitting on the board.
All noted. So noted.
In 150 years, only 5 women have served on the Board of Selectmen: Olga Abdallah, Mary Fox, Susan Wilson McQuaid, Helen Abdallah Donahue, and now Amanda Grow. Both Miss Grow and Mr. Donnelly are excited to be on the board.
I'd just really like to thank all of the voters who came out. It's really important for the community to be active and engaged, and I'd love to see it, and I'm very excited to serve the community.
My thoughts exactly. I also just would like to make sure that we recognize the dedication and public service of Tom Maloney and Alan Howard, who are no longer serving the board. And last night I said thank you to a lot of people, but I neglected to thank my colleagues on the Finance Commission for all the support and encouragement they've given me over the years. So to each of them, thank you as well. And thank you, voters of Norwood, for electing both of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Board of Selectmen will meet again on April 12th. The school committee met at the Savage Center Wednesday evening. Administration from the Fuse School appeared before the board to apply for an expansion to serve students in preschool through 3rd grade. The expansion was approved. Aubrey Seal is leading a new coalition partnership between Impact Norwood and the Norwood Public Schools. Francesca Golightly from the Health Department also presented an update to the board regarding mental health awareness training for town employees. Fine Arts Director Kathy Connor-Moen presented a department update to the group. The Fine Arts Director will retire in June following a 28-year tenure with the Norwood Public Schools. The committee thanked Kathy for her continued dedication to the fine arts in Norwood.
We have had a very successful year thus far. After February vacation, things pretty much got back to normal, and we were ready for it, which was wonderful. And our visual arts program, Prima Sripo, has received an honorable mention in the Boston Globe Scholastics. And we had 9 students who had their work featured in the Mass Art Educators Amazing Emerging Artist Virtual Exhibit. They try and use the same initials as Mass Art Educators, so it's a bit of a mouthful. Featured was Audrey Haberlin, Caitlin Flynn, Kira Haberlin, Janiyah Harnett, Shelby Francis, Grace Chow, Nolana Sosa, Sarah McCary, and Jess Davis. And in addition, Jess Davis received the Davis Publication Sculpture Award. These are online. I should have thought to have given you the link to the visual exhibit, but I can certainly supply that to you later. It's really some lovely, lovely things to see.
I think so.
Our drama program was able to attend the Massachusetts Educational Theater Guild Regional Drama Festival. They were moved on to the regional festival this past weekend. Acting and awards and design awards for makeup, costumes, props, and projections were awarded to Sarah McCary, Olivia LaSavage, Sheridan Wynn, Abigail Warner, Adwa Kwache, Jack Igo, Bridget Stenstrom, Nicole Martino, Aaron Banks, Lindsay Collins, and Willow Ogle. In music, the Southeast District Senior Music Festival, which had to be rescheduled due to COVID, will be held this weekend at Brockton High School. We have 19 students have been accepted to this festival. Accepted in singing will be Rebecca Alliance, John Ayub, Mara Beads, Charlotte Kane, Ryan Kane, Taya Caravello is a violinist, Lindsay Collins, Nico Feller, Vivian Goff, Stephanie Kurtiki, Kyle Leonard accepted to the jazz program, Gabriel Maldonado, Charlotte Matthews, Callie McCann, Kang Nguyen, Kira O'Donnell, Colin San Giacomo, Zach Smith, who's string bass, and Abigail Winter. Of those musicians, 9 students were recommended to audition and were accepted to All-State, and they performed at Symphony Hall on March 5th. Those students were Johnny Ayu, Ryan Kane, Nico Fowler, Gabe Maldonado, Charlotte Matthews, Callie McCann, Kang Nguyen, Colin San Giacomo, and Zach Smith. As festivals, we were able to host 2 festivals these last 2 weeks in a row, as a matter of fact. We hosted the MAJE, Mass Association of Jazz Educators, state finals 2 weeks ago, and this past weekend we hosted the Micah Choral Festival. The high school jazz ensemble was recommended to participate at the MAJE State Festival, and they received a silver medal. And at the Micah Choral and Concert Festival, the Norwood High School Band received a bronze medal. The CMS Honor Chorus and High School Orchestra and Concert Chorale each received a silver medal, and the High School Madrigal Choir received a gold medal. Due to the gold medal, the Madrigals will be featured at the Micah Gold Medal Showcase at Mechanics Hall in Worcester this Sunday, at 11:15. Our big festival celebration is the Fine Arts Festival, which will be held April 30th. That's the Saturday after April vacation. It's being held 10 to 2, and we will feature visual art from K-12, as well as television productions. Drama will be repeating the She Kills Monsters performance, and there will be some music performances. So it's a wonderful time. I invite all of you. It is open and free to the public. Please come and visit. The students are there, and they will be presenting and talking about their artwork, which is really interesting to hear their input and their thoughts. And everyone is thrilled to be back and sharing in person.
Yes, as an original Moen Madrigal.
One of my first years. I still use the knighting ceremony that you wrote. Not to embarrass you.
I am in complete denial that you're going anywhere, but I can personally say that I've seen this program grow leaps and bounds, like really personally seen it from day one, and it's a credit to your leadership and everything you've put forward into the program, and we are really going to miss you going anywhere. But
Athletic Director John Longley updated the committee on the successful and historic winter sports season.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone that was involved with fine arts, and congratulations to Kathy on a great career. It's been great working with her over the last 8 years in my case. So wish you nothing but the best, Kathy, in your retirement. So yeah, we had an unbelievable year in winter season in athletics. So I'm here to share some of the things. We did celebrate our winter awards banquet last week. We had to postpone it from a few weeks back because the season was still going on, but it was a great night. That's hosted by the Athletic Booster Club. So a lot of recognition and a lot of success. So just to kind of briefly go over it, we had 4 TBL championship teams: boys basketball, girls basketball, boys ice hockey, and girls ice hockey. Boys and girls basketball also advanced all the way through to the state finals, which is incredible. For the first, the boys made it to the state championship game for the first time in the history of Norwood boys basketball, and for the girls it was just the second time in the history of Norwood for them to advance. So that was, really unbelievable. Boys hockey advanced to what is now into the new state tournament format referred to as the Elite 8 round. So they had an incredible season, and girls hockey had a great run as well. They ended up losing in the first round of the state tournament, but just in an overtime game, and could have advanced and had a great season there. We had 35 student athletes recognized by the Tri-Valley League as either an all-star or honorable mention. We had 12 individual state qualifiers, 4 league MVPs, 3 coaches of the year, 4 Boston Globe or Herald All-Scholastics, and 2 sectional champions. Some of the students that received recognition were for boys basketball. Noah Badette was the Tri-Valley League MVP. He was also Tri-Valley League All-Star, Boston Herald All-Scholastic, and Boston Globe All-Scholastic. Joey Steves was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Brandon Francis was a Tri-Valley League Honorable Mention. Krista McDonald, the head coach of the boys team, was Tri-Valley League Coach of the Year, and she was also the Division II Boys Boston Globe Coach of the Year. For girls basketball, Trish Rakowski was a league all-star. Megan Obreys was Tri-Valley League MVP, Tri-Valley League All-Star, Boston Herald All-Scholastic, and Boston Globe All-Scholastic. Erin Reen was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Head coach Amy Quinn was Tri-Valley League Coach of the Year. Boys ice hockey, Miles Kidd was Tri-Valley League MVP, Tri-Valley League All-Star, Boston Herald All-Scholastic, and Boston Globe All-Scholastic. George Tolman was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Kyle Ledger was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Brian Mateer was a Tri-Valley League All-Star, and Ethan Barrows was the Tri-Valley League Goalie of the Year, and Kevin Broderick was a Tri-Valley League Honorable Mention. Chuck Allen, the head coach of the boys hockey team, was also named the Tri-Valley League Coach of the Year. For girls ice hockey, Jenna Nauman was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Morgan Roach was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Lindsey Rogers was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Molly Federico and Lily Newman were Tri-Valley League honorable mentions. Morgan Roach was also recognized by the Boston Bruins for their Sportsmanship Award. They give out a Sportsmanship Award to one member of each league, both male and female, and Morgan received the award for the Tri-Valley League. And so that was pretty cool. Wrestling, Nate Sue was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. He was also a Division III sectional champion. Coleman Keady was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Coleman was also a sectional champion. They were our first wrestling sectional champions in over a decade. TJ Wyman was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Boys indoor track and field, Isaiah Groupie was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Jack Doyle was an honorable mention. Dylan O'Brien, Tri-Valley League All-Star. Jacob Zhang was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. Girls indoor track, Christina Fontaine was a Tri-Valley League All-Star, and Jess O'Toole was an honorable mention. Gymnastics, Shay Larkey was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. She was also participated in the state individual championship where she placed 6th, and she was also Boston Herald All-Scholastic. Marion Pastor was the TVL Gymnast of the Year and a Tri-Valley League All-Star, and Cecilia Frowley was a Tri-Valley League Honorable Mention. Winter cheerleading, we had Rachel O'Neill was a Tri-Valley League All-Star, Annie Sisk was a Tri-Valley League All-Star, and Olivia Connor was Honorable Mention. And boys and girls swim and dive, Lizzie Cardini was Tri-Valley League Honorable Mention, Maddie O'Keefe Honorable Mention, and Dave DiMattia was a Tri-Valley League All-Star. So that was quite the roundup there. So, yeah. So it was great. It really was incredible.
New principals have been hired at the Cleveland and the Callahan. In the superintendent's report, Dave Thompson announced the new hires and updated the committee on other searches.
So search update, we have finished the Cleveland and the Callahan search. So at the Cleveland School, we are going to be joined next year by Carrie Hutchins. Carrie comes to us from Seekonk, Mass, where she is an assistant principal. She is a former math coach and has extensive experience in response to intervention, the process that we are trying to and working on in all of our schools. The Callahan principal next year will be led by Scarlett Gant. She is currently an interim principal covering a maternity leave in Salem. Before that, she was an assistant principal. She will be finishing her doctorate this spring, fingers closed. Significant work around social emotional learning and positive behavior intervention. Those are 2 of her strengths, as well as having a special education background, and she'll be joining us at the Callahan. We will be working with both of these folks and our other new candidates about coming and visiting schools and doing PTO meetings and that sort of thing. And maybe I'll even let you folks meet them at some point.
Before adjournment, the board welcomed back Joan Giblin for another term. The group also welcomed new member Kate Sibbing-Dunn and congratulated her on her first meeting. The school committee meets again next week. The Zoning Board of Appeals met Tuesday night with several cases. Representatives of 83 Moore Street are expanding the Little Bird event space into the unit next door. This would double the area, or Little Bird, and under previous zoning rulings, the board approved the expansion. The owner of 386 Winter Street is looking to demolish the current structure, which was built in the 1800s. The new house would be 50% larger than the existing and would be built outside the existing footprint. While there was a question of the proposed building height, Chairman Murphy explained that relief would not be granted for the building height and the building inspector would not approve a permit if it did. The board approved the application for special permit. The zoning board will meet again next month. The Conservation Commission met remotely Wednesday evening. 3 public hearings appeared before the board. The town of Norwood applied to replace and reline sewer manholes along Access Road. The application was approved. The MWRA applied for maintenance and repairs of a siphon off of Neponset Street. The group reviewed the application and ultimately called for a peer review before any final project decisions are made. The Light Department also appeared before the board to apply for an underground conduit installation along Access Road. The application was approved with the condition of an erosion control inspection. The board also discussed updates to wetland regulations, including buffer zones and floodwater regulations. The group discussed potential violations on Washington Street, Union Street, and University Ave. Members discussed the finance report and looked ahead at the FY23 budget. Before adjournment, the commission reorganized. Steve Washburn was reappointed as chair, Catherine Walsh was reappointed as vice chair, and Carly Rockland was reappointed as treasurer. The commission meets again in May. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government channel or watch on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org. Stay tuned after this break for more information about the Senior Center and an exciting collaboration with the Norwood Evening Gardening Club.
You're watching Norwood News only on Norwood Community Media.
Welcome back. Did you know that there are 15 exercise classes happening at the Senior Center this month? Here's Director Kerry McCarthy with the latest.
Hello, I'm here today to give you an update on what's going on at the Senior Center for the month of April. On Friday, we are having our I Love Lucy presentation. It's going to be a fun-filled afternoon with all the facts and some funny stories about Lucille Ball. So they will be here on Friday at 1 o'clock. If you'd like to come, please give us a call and sign up. On Monday, April 11th, we are having a presentation by Lisa Phillips, who is a senior real estate specialist, and she's going to come talk about how to downsize or age in place. And then, of course, on April 15th, we have our Friends of the Council on Aging evening dance. It's a very popular dance. It's from 7 to 10 on Friday night, and it is $10. So if you're into dancing and want to have an evening out, come on down to the Senior Center. On April 22nd, we are having a pizza party and with some country music by Keith Snow, and that is at noontime. There are a few spots available, so if you'd like to come, just give us a call and sign up. And we are continuing our booster clinics here at the Senior Center. So if you are in need of that fourth booster or fourth shot, give us a call and we can let you know when the next booster clinic is coming. I want to take this time to talk about some bus trips. Our bus trips fill up extremely quickly. We have two coming up. One is the Woo Sox at Polar Park, and that is on June 1st. And the next one is the very popular Maine Lobster Bake, and that is July 19th. So if you want to go to either one of those locations, please give Nancy Kelleher a call and sign up. Like I said, these do fill up really quickly. So yeah, we're busy here at the center, but come on down. We have 17 exercise classes, a fitness room, and all sorts of activities. So, and if you want the newsletter mailed to you, just give us a call and we'll tell you how to go about getting on our mailing list.
Thanks, Kerry. To register for the Senior Center newsletter, call 781-762-1201. Every year, the Norwood Evening Garden Club partners with the local high schools in Norwood and Walpole to showcase students' art. Club President Louise Walsh is grateful for the tremendous collaboration.
Teachers, both Lori Mead McGrory, the art teacher from Norwood High School, and Sandra Allison up at Walpole High School, both of them choose the artwork that's to be presented. The art this year, which we have 10 pieces provided by Walpole High School and 10 pieces provided by Norwood High School, and all of us members agree that the art is just outstanding this year. So it's been very inspirational for all of us that have done a floral design.
Thanks, Louise. To get involved with the Norwood Evening Garden Club, visit their Facebook page. Well, that's all for Norwood News. To stay up to date with Norwood Community Media, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.